in this video I'll be completing my last video where I talk about what to know before doing your beam work. So in that video I talked about what you get from the floor layout, what you get from the beam detail, and the section of the stirrup. So in this video I'll be completing that video with another beam. So I'll be using beam 118 in this video.
So beam 118 is a continuous beam as well. It has 5 column support and cantilever at both edges. So you go to the detailed description. You've gotten the name and the size of the beam. So from the detailed description, just like I told you are going to get the main bar, the size, the bar, the stirrup, everything at the end of the stirrup. Now you can see this. Now what I want to show you from this is the depth. No, I told you are going to get the depth from the layout, but that is not the original depth. That is just like the general depth of the beam. Now when you come to the beam description, you can see the beam at the cantilever must stay part. Then you have another thickness thicker than the next one. So how do you get the different thickness from this beam? Now when you look at the section, you can see from the cantilever side where the beam was stay part, you see 18, meaning a section was cut in that place, and the section was titled 18. The next one is 18A. Then the third span is not as thick as the second span. Now when you go to section 18 and 18A, so from section 18 and 18A, I have the beam to be 750. So the beam is 750 and it was must stay part to 600. 18A, the beam is 600. Then the next one is 450 beam. Now let's take a look at it again. So it means the beam is 750 and must stay part to maybe 600 or 450. And the next one, the beam is 600, and the next span, the beam becomes 450.
So after getting all these details, then you can now start constructing your beam. So the usefulness of this video is that when doing the formwork, after constructing your column, you need to know the depth of each beam before the carpenter starts constructing the beam bottom and the side board of the beam. So it is from the structural drawing you are going to know the depth of the beam. So when you know the depth of the beam before the reinforcement will come in, then the iron bender will also use it in the construction of their stirrup for the beam. In this video I'll be completing my last video where I talk about what to know before doing your beam work. So in that video I talked about what you get from the floor layout, what you get from the beam detail, and the section of the stirrup. So in this